Wednesday, March 30th, 2022. Time is 4:16 a.m. What I'm going to talk about today is The Sims. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to the Maxis logo, right? You flip it, it's 6 a.m., but you got to reverse the S, so 6 a.m. This is important. Remember this. No, I'm not saying this is Illuminati confirmed yet, but please pay attention.
So I just read that President Joe Biden signed
Anybody remember that
Anti-Lynching Bill.
So the interesting thing about The Sims, I loved The Sims when it first came out. I love the fact that it was I grew up playing SimCity and all these, simulation games. When The Sims came out, it was interesting because you got to basically make your own house and make your own family on top of that, and that made it great for me, because in my mind it was like, well, how would I plan my life out? How would I live my life?
So I just read that President Joe Biden signed an Anti-Lynching Bill, which is a bill making lynching a federal hate crime. And my response to that is thank you, maybe.
The time I really started playing it was around the time I was 15 years old. It was around the time we were homeless, and we just came out of a homeless shelter. And my brother had just started dating this woman. This is in Delaware, by the way. Delaware. She's dating him. And we would go over there and chill. She let us stay there for a little bit, and then we moved out. But we would go over and hang out sometimes. This was one of the games that we played consistently. And for some reason, they loved watching me play, because when I played, I would either know all the cheats, or I would know how to do certain things, or how to make things a certain way. So I love that game. But this is where I'm gonna piss you guys off, because when you're playing this game, you have different save files a bunch of people can play, right? And when they evolved the game, they evolved it so that you could play online. This version isn't online. This is a single player game right here, the first one. But the second one, you could play online and you could talk to other people. So you could have your sim go and meet up with somebody else, or they could come to your house, or you can go to their house, or something like that. From the perspective of playing The Sims in the first place, right? You're kind of a voyeur that's controlling somebody else, right? When you're peeping into somebody's life, and you could see everything they're doing, right? And I mean, whether they go to the bathroom, whether they go to sleep, whether they go to work, whether they leave the house, etc., right? If you were just watching what was going on in this game without interacting with anything, you probably wouldn't have that much fun playing this game. But the reason this game is so fun is because you get to control everybody in your household. Everybody. And that's what makes it that's what makes it fun. So you could have, just two Sims in a household, male and a female, reproduce, they make a child. People can die in the game. Your shit could burn down. Your house could actually catch on fire, etc., right? So you have to contend with all of that, or you have to think about all of that while you're playing this game, because you have to play it like it's real life. Now imagine if somebody decides one day they're just going to, kill some characters in their house because they messed up on one, or it didn't take the path that they wanted it to, or it didn't get the benefit that they will expect. So what they do is some people would just kill off certain characters. One way to kill off a character would be to build a pool and to build a ladder, right? In the pool so they can get in and out the pool. Let them get in the pool, right? And then you take the ladder away. And what ends up happening is they end up drowning in the pool. The Grim Reaper shows up. They take the person, and that person is no longer in the house anymore. They're dead, right? It gives you a real sense of control over life and death.
So I just read that President Joe Biden signed an Anti-Lynching Bill, which is a bill making lynching a federal hate crime. And my response to that is thank you, maybe, with a giant question mark, because I think I would feel a little bit happy about that bill if it was 1865 when niggas was still getting lynched. I'm not saying they ain't still lynching people, but it's more ways to kill black people that they are using nowadays. Every other marginalized group that hasn't been here as long as us, nor went through the level of slavery and disrespect that we've gone through in this country, has gotten some type of bill. You got the Asian hate bill, you got the leg Bakia, getting bills made for them. Well, where's our reparations? How about the anti-police brutality bill, making police brutality against black people a hate crime? You feel me? Yep. Don't just do stuff to pacify me. Yep. I'm too black for that.
Yep. Now, with this anti-lynching thing, what I want people to really think about is imagine if somebody decides, imagine if there was a lynching button here, right? And when you clicked on the lynching button, what ended up happening is every single way that this person could survive, you take away from them. If they have food in their fridge, you take away all their food, right? If they have money, you take away all their money. If you have if you have a pool, you can do the same thing with the pool. You take away the ladders out the pool. If they get in, you take away the ladder, right? It's not like, I don't think they would put like a tree in your backyard and a noose and just hang you from it. But I don't think people will buy the game if they had stuff like that in there. But imagine lynching somebody that way by restricting all their access to work, to income, and then if they decide to start a business, you destroy their reputation. Their character is one thing, but their reputation you can't control. So now you're destroying the character of the individual, and what ends up happening is now when that person goes to do business, they're not looking at the character, they're looking at the reputation. So now nobody wants to do business with that person. So I want you guys to keep that in mind as well. All right, that kind of stuff does happen.
Unbeknownst to us, unbeknownst to them, where this black man couldn't even tell he was drowning, and the white man couldn't tell he was a monster. Do white people really know their violence? Do white people even understand the grasp of their monstrosities and their forefathers and foremothers that has come before, right? Because if this white fisherman is sitting in a boat and it's like, it's blinding, we're cursed too, I believe he believes so. But when you watch how white people speak about oppression or enter themselves in it, it's like, yeah, us too. Do white people really not know their violence? Are they blinded?